Hello, listeners. I'm Max Ruvo.
And I'm Heath Kalb.
And welcome back to Battle of the Boroughs. Today we will be discussing further NBA free agency, recent news on the Knicks and Julius Randle, Kyrie Irving moving from his house in Boston to New York City, and Kevin Durant some more. So Heath, how would you like to get started?
Well, I'd like to get started on the most recent news in the NBA, which was the NBA draft, where the first three picks were not a surprise. And then...
I was shocked.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
Correct. So then 4 was Hunter to the Lakers, but it was really to the Pelicans, which really got traded to the Hawks. Yeah. Way too many trades.
A lot of birds involved in that one.
Yeah. So then
who would win in a battle? A Hawk or a Pelican?
I'd say a Hawk.
A Hawk, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think it's a question.
Yeah,
it's a stupid question.
Stupid.
Actually. So 5 was Garland to the Cavs. Interesting pick. Now they have him and Sexton. Similar to like a Portland Trailblazers 2-guard lineup. 2 good guards.
So you would relate Colin Sexton and Darius Garland to Damian Lillard? And
well, I'm just saying it's a similar...
Oh, okay. So you could say that with any backcourt in the NBA.
Well, no, but it's two...
It's similar in a sense where they're both guards.
No, well, it's 2 ball-dominant, guards who are going to like to score the ball,
I bet you a lot of duos in the NBA like to score. I bet you everybody in the NBA actually enjoys to score. What do you think?
Okay, well, they're, defensive-minded players, who aren't necessarily great scorers.
Examples?
Andre Roberson. What about him and Russell Westbrook? Those aren't 2, scoring guards because Roberson's not.
Moutier and Barrett? Dennis Smith and Barrett? Why didn't you make that comparison when...
Well, I think a better comparison would be like Kyrie Irving and Karis LeVert, actually.
I would actually debate that that's a terrible comparison because I don't think either of them are good at all.
You know why I think that's a terrible comparison? Because that's going to be a better backcourt than the Portland Trailblazers backcourt next year.
In what way is that going to be? So Damian Lillard is better than Kyrie Irving.
That's highly debatable.
A month ago, before you thought the Nets were getting Kyrie Irving, you would 100% agree with me
That's
that
not
Damian.
True. The only reason you think Damian Lillard is better than Kyrie Irving is because he had a stupid, lucky step back shot over Paul George.
Stupid lucky. He has the highest percent from that range in the NBA. I don't think that's luck. I think that's skill. I think he practices that shot, actually. And I would also argue that it's not even close when comparing C.J. McCollum and Karis LeVert.
Really? Well, before Karis LeVert dislocated his foot, unfortunately.
God bless him. God bless him.
God bless. Dislocated his foot. He was averaging over 20 points per game. He was going to be an all-star. And then he came back, led the Nets in scoring. So he's scoring in the low 20s when he's healthy. And he's a much better defensive player than C.J. McCollum. Now, I'm not saying right now LeVert's better than a, perennial 20-point-per-game scorer. Not even an all-star because he's not good enough.
Don't forget, he knocked off Jabari Parker and Duke in the NCAA tournament.
No, that wasn't the Jabari Parker team.
No, it wasn't?
This was when 15 Lehigh beat the 2 Duke. That was like the Austin Rivers... Mason Plumlee.
No, I'm almost positive Jabari Parker was on that team.
I'm almost positive you're wrong.
I'm almost positive I'm right. I will find that out right now.
I'm almost negative I'm wrong. But besides that silly argument, after Garland came 6 Culver to the Suns, makes sense. They need talent wherever they can get it. Kobe White to the Bulls at 7. They needed a point guard. Jackson Hayes to the Hawks at 8. They needed a center. Although they're going to be... Or it wasn't really to the Hawks, I'm sorry. It was to the Pelicans who they needed a center. Once again, more trades.
It was Seth Curry, Mason Plumlee.
I knew it was Plumlee.
And Austin Rivers.
I know.
Oh, and Miles Plumlee. Wow, they were both on that team.
Wow, I told you I'm never wrong. So
what about Marshall Plumlee? Short stint with the Knicks. We love you. God awful.
So, much like every other Knick. So, 10 was Reddish to the Hawks. I really like that pick.
Yeah.
A lot. I really like what the Hawks did. They have a great young core in the NBA. Great young core.
Knicks Hawks Summer League should be good.
Yeah, I think the Hawks are still.
No, I think the Knicks. No, hold that thought. I think the Knicks. Okay, moving forward in NBA free agency.
I just held the thought. Hawks.
moving forward in NBA free agency, the Knicks and Julius Randle have mutual interest, which is exciting to me.
Wow.
You want to know why it's exciting to me?
Why is it exciting?
21-8. That's all I'm going to say. 21-8 and young. And the Knicks, we're doing it the right way. We don't want old, washed-up players.
Right. Yeah, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, they're washed up.
I would say 27 for Kyrie Irving is pretty old, wouldn't you?
27.
Well, he's been in the league since he was 18, and 9 years and dog years is... What is that? What's 9
63.
Times?
I just did the math. It's times 7, I believe.
So Kyrie Irving is 63 years old.
No, I don't think he's a dog. I mean, he might be a dog on the court.
Eat.
Like a bulldog.
Yeah, man. Man's got a motor.
That's not really what he's known for. He's more known for his,
motor.
elite level score making. And
maybe ball handling.
Yeah, he's a good ball handler. For sure.
I'd say he's a good ball handler. So
you would know. But
moving.
Kevin Durant. Now he's going to be a net. Odds-on favorite to be a net. All signs are pointing towards KD going to Brooklyn. And, as a guy who used to think KD was going to the Knicks, this must be pretty frustrating, huh? And now you're settling for a solid power forward.
So
you're going to give $28 million to Julius Randle?
Actually, it's not known that Kevin Durant is going to Brooklyn. Okay.
You thought it was known he's going to New York just, a week ago?
So it is known. I don't change my opinions. Jalen Rose today called the Nets the B team in New York.
Who the hell is Jalen Rose to say that?
Have you ever seen the documentary Fab Five?
You ever seen the game where Kobe Bryant scored 81 on him? You ever seen that?
No, I actually hadn't. I didn't watch it live. Did you?
Yeah, in 2006.
I don't think you did watch it live.
No, I was watching.
No, I don't agree with that statement at all. You
check.
see Melo 62 against the Bobcats?
You see Darren Williams 57 against the Bobcats? I guess the Bobcats didn't really have
I think that was within the same week, actually.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not impressed with 57 points.
Yeah.
I can do that in my sleep. Which I actually did last night in my sleep.
That's actually more than you could do when you're awake. So. You must be an impressive sleeper.
Heath, what do you think about D'Angelo Russell and the Lakers?
That was our technician, Chris Rodrigues. And
never chime in again.
Yeah, please shut up.
It's a good talk.
So what do I think about, what was that?
D'Angelo Russell and potentially going back to the Lakers.
That's actually a pretty good talking point right there. So I would say that it's not going to happen.
I would say
even though I don't think the Nets are going to keep D'Lo, because we're going to get Kyrie Irving, a better, more proven point guard who's scored 40 points in the NBA Finals, won a championship, had biggest shot in NBA history.
Yeah, he did great for the Celtics, right? They were worse with him than they were without him. And that's great for you, because Kyrie Irving can't win alone. So when Kevin Durant doesn't come to the Nets,
so,
you're screwed.
Yeah, I guess I'd rather have Dennis Smith Jr. than Kyrie Irving, right?
I would.
You're laughing. So, Chris, back to what I was saying. I don't think the Nets are going to keep D'Angelo Russell. However, he's not going to go to the Lakers. My prediction is he goes to either the Timberwolves or the Pacers. You heard it here first. Even if you've heard it before, this is where you heard it.
I'm pretty sure everybody's heard those two teams that follows basketball.
Pretty sure you can shut the hell up.
I don't think that's too much of a hot take. A hot take was D'Angelo Russell to the Sacramento Kings.
Well, they have De'Aaron Fox, so that makes
What a backcourt. I mean, that actually is probably better than McCollum and Lillard.
No.
Quote me on that. D'Angelo Russell to the Sacramento Kings.
To the microphone?
Why do you keep dropping the microphone?
To project my voice. Yeah, why do you keep dropping the microphone? Big guy.
It's because after I make a great point, I drop the mic. That's what I do.
He's got you there.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's NBA news for now. Free agency starts the 30th at 6 p.m., which is a day after I turn 19 years old.
Happy birthday, Heath.
It's not my birthday yet, actually.
Happy birthday, Derek.
It's not my birthday yet, so don't say happy birthday yet. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're looking forward to in the NBA. Another bold prediction, I say Jimmy Butler gets signed and traded to the Rockets.
Also not.
Clint Capella, Eric Gordon, some other pieces.
Also not that bold.
But
in other words, Kristaps Porzingis is expected to sign a max deal with the Mavericks. I hate him, and I always will, and I think that's a horrible contract because he doesn't do crap for anybody ever.
Right.
Go back to Latvia, bro.
He's the best player on the Knicks
No, he's not.
Probably your whole life, actually.
Actually, I would say we had a player of the Carmelo Anthony. Do you remember him? Hall of Famer, one of the best scorers in NBA history. Oh, now I remember. Hold your thought. Thanks.
Okay, what did he do for them? It's a good talk. Other than bring him to the second
Game
round
6.
to lose?
Eastern Conference semifinals. What do you think?
Well, I think that you're a biased Knicks fan. You're not going to have a legitimate take on Kristaps Porzingis.
So the
But
injured
of course, the Mavericks
7-3
giving
big.
him a max makes sense. You know,
You might as well give Boogie a max at this point.
you might as well be wrong because no, Boogie's not getting anything big this summer.
So neither should Kristaps.
Right. So a young, energetic, athletic guy who's 4 inches taller than DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh, wait.
Who's a better shooter and a better rebounder and a better defender.
I know a player that once was young and decent and then got hurt. Greg Oden.
Right. Greg Oden never played well in the NBA. And we've talked way too much about the Portland Trailblazers this podcast. Way too much.
God bless them. Great draft pick.
Wasn't a great draft pick. So yeah, that's pretty much it for,
Knicks and Nets.
Knicks and Nets. So June 30th, 6 p.m. free agency starts.
5 days from now.
Yeah, looking forward to
KD
the
will
Nets
be a
getting
Knick.
KD and Kyrie. Knicks.
The B team in New York, as in the Brooklyn Nets, will actually
Yeah.
be pathetic as always, considering the Knicks had more attendance in a home game with 17 wins this year than the Nets did in their playoff game. So actually, that's exciting. The Nets had 19,000 fans in their playoff game.
Right. Who do you think is going to get more attendance next year?
Oh, wait. But
When
how many did the
Kyrie-
Knicks have in their last home game this year? 21,000. Isn't that pathetic? I think it's pathetic. Anyway, moving forward, the B team, you might as well be the JV squad, your local, scrubs in the city.
Oh, right. The scrubs who are going to get, 40 more wins than the Knicks this year? 30, 40 more
And
wins?
what, live in the NBA purgatory? That's great. I don't want to do that. I want to rebuild.
Okay, I'd rather live in the NBA purgatory than the NBA draft lottery every year, actually.
Oh, look what the Sixers did in the NBA draft lottery. They could be on their way to a championship soon.
They've lost in the second round last year. You know where the Nets are going to be next year? They're going to win the
On the
championship.
couch?
Bang.
They're not. They're just not. That's not going to happen.
I am figure skating. We'll see you next time on Battle of the Boroughs, where the Brooklyn Nets, the A team of New York, destroys the Knicks.
Of course, actually, in no way are they the A team in New York. In just no way.
You're no
Brooklyn
way.
is the worst borough in general out of the two. The Nets
Out
are a
of the two,
pathetic
there's
franchise.
5 boroughs. So.
Out of the two we're discussing, Heath.
Okay, man.
Go Knicks. All right.
Go Nets. See you.